Hi guys and welcome to another video. I am the Autistic Autist and today we are talking about why things like calm down never worked. So if you've ever happened to be in a situation, which I'm sure you were, where you were overwhelmed, angry, annoyed, and maybe you raised your voice or you tried to distance yourself or something like that, and someone told you just calm down or don't be so sensitive, don't be so hysterical, then you probably haven't reacted with, "Oh yeah, you're right, I will calm down, sorry." Because that's not how it works. I'm sure the way you reacted was more like, "I don't calm down." And why is that? So when you are telling a person to calm down, you are making their feelings sound invalid. You are telling them ignore what you feel and just be normal again. Just act as if whatever made you feel uncomfortable, angry, or whatever, and that's what makes you angry. You don't feel understood. You feel like they have power over you or they want power over you, because when you now do what they told you, then you're kind of telling them that you will just do what they are saying. And that's, for me, a no-go. Like, I don't want people to have power over me because that led to very uncomfortable situations. So I will make clear that you don't have power over me. So if you tell someone, do this or do that, I will react very defensive and will try to get away from you. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. This phrase further makes it look like showing your feelings is a bad thing, and it's what forces us autists to mask and stress out internally. I, for example, do that a lot. Most of my meltdowns happen internally, which doesn't make them any less hard for me. It just makes people to not see them. And that's what I see happens to a lot of autistic children. You see them being told to look into people's eyes and trained to do certain things and to behave a certain way. And I did that too. And that doesn't make the feelings go away. It just makes you feel like you can't show that. And not only does it make it not better, but it makes it worse because you are alone with those feelings. You are alone and you feel like you are wrong and you shouldn't be like that. And nobody can find out about this because otherwise bad things will happen. And that's what the training does, and that's what being raised not knowing that I'm autistic did to me. And that's why I encourage everyone to not say, "Don't be this way," or "calm down," or anything else when you encounter a situation where someone is upset. I don't want to leave you with no explanation on how I think you should do it. When we are talking about a person having a meltdown, then the first and most important thing is to know that this happens because that person is overwhelmed. So the best thing is to make sure that there isn't as much overwhelmment. If the overwhelmment comes from a situation and they are fleeing, then helping them or leading them or guiding them into a way where it's calmer might help. But in general, I would make sure that that person just has some space. And further along the line, just talking about what went wrong, how to help, just asking if there's anything that you can do. Telling like, "Sorry, I didn't want to upset you. Is there anything I can do to make the situation easier? Or what should we do different next time?" Or if a situation is over and the person comes back, then what can I do next time? What should we do different? Things like that can help. I think it's always important to put yourself into the shoes of others, and that might not work for a lot of autistics. And for neurotypical people, understanding neurodiverse people might also be hard. So that's why I'm trying to give you an input in how this might look for an autistic person when they are overwhelmed, overreacting, or whatever. I think, and I've never been neurotypical, so I don't know. Like, I grew up autistic, even if I didn't know that. I think the best explanation is when I saw people stressed, they seemed to have a bit of a tendency to not deal with another input that good. So imagine that you're overworked, that you feel really stressed, and then there are kids screaming and they want something from you, and there's another person who wants something from you, and you are just done. Imagine that situation. Imagine all that overwhelmment and that feeling of I'm done. I don't want this anymore. That overwhelmment, that's a little bit like it can be for us autists. And that can grow into a real meltdown where you get super defensive and just want to get out of that situation. Or maybe you can flee the situation and recover from it. It's also important to know the autism spectrum is more like a circle. And in that circle, you can have certain traits to a certain amount, and all of the traits can be to a certain amount. And everyone is autistic, but everyone is in a different way autistic, and it's not a spectrum like a line. It's way more difficult. So when I'm telling you how that person could react, what might be best, it's always important to know that everyone on the spectrum is different. And don't be discouraged if the things don't work. Just try to work out a way together. You may have, you feel like they are, and not a, yeah, so I hope that was helpful, and I hope you all calmed down. Yeah, and I wish you all a wonderful day, week, or whatever, and we will see each other next time. Bye!